Good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Beers. We lost the remote. I think that's what happens when you drink beer in the studio. Oh my goodness, it's Victor. Holy cow. Victor. We just had a whole bunch of excitement prior to starting the show. I got Victor pretty riled up.
He never comes on camera.
No, afraid of the camera. So
it's okay. Do you want to come up?
Special guest
pretty
appearance
exciting.
by Victor.
No,
I know, last week, a couple weeks ago we had Finnegan. A couple weeks ago we had Finnegan and now we have Victor.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. So we got all kinds of exciting things going on today.
So we really do have a dog.
Yeah, he's been seen before, I think.
Oh, okay. During the thunderstorm we had that one time. Yeah.
So all kinds of exciting things to talk about. Last week we were doing the show before St. Patrick's Day. I was very nervous about what was going to happen for the day. And things actually went really wonderful. So I've decided that St. Patrick's Day should now be on Sunday. From
Always. Doesn't matter if it's the 13th or the 14th or the 15th. Yeah.
It's just going to be like the second Sunday.
Okay.
And apparently that keeps people more in check. I don't know. Things were very good.
Like Lent. Lent starts on a certain day, goes so many weeks. It'd be like, hey.
Could be. Anyways, so our beer, we have a very special beer. We're very excited to talk about this beer. It was hand delivered from Akron, Ohio. And this is a little side note that a lot of people might not realize. We are actually the #1 show in our time slot in Akron, Ohio. How about that? #1 in Akron. I don't know if I ever told you this. I moved to Akron, Ohio. I was brewing at North Channel Brewing Company up in Chesterfield. And I moved to Akron after they closed to brew at the Liberty Street Brewing Company. And I told somebody, I said, I've got to get my affairs in order because I'm in the process of moving to Akron, Ohio. And they said, what are you in a witness protection program?
We should have told them Youngstown.
Yeah, because people would think that too, either way. I had, but it ended up being a nice place. Met a lot of great people there, including the guy who delivered this beer to us, Kevin O'Connor.
And if Doug never moved to Ohio, we would never met.
That's right. I did get something good out of Ohio, that's for sure. But anyways, met a lot of nice people when I was brewing there in Ohio for a few years, including my wife, of course. But Kevin and Brenda, a couple of people that I still see. Actually, I haven't seen Brenda in a long time. But Kevin.
I've never seen Brenda.
She does exist.
Yeah,
but Kevin comes up to the area.
Kevin
comes up to the area on business sometimes, so I see him every now and then. Actually, I hadn't seen him for a little while until he came up a couple days ago this week and brought 3 beers from Hop and Frog Brewery in Akron, where Brenda actually works. And of course, Hop and Frog is owned by Fred Carm, who is the owner and brewmaster. And I know Fred because when I was brewing at Liberty Street, Fred was the brewmaster for Thirsty Dog, which at that time was actually a chain of brew pubs. And those have all long since closed, and now they're just a microbrewery with a tasting room that Fred has absolutely nothing to do with, because this is Fred's baby. It's Hop and Frog Brewing Company. And Hop and Frog, they like to do big beers, which is fine with me, because I don't have time to sit around drinking beer all day and saying, well, I better pace myself, gotta tone it down. When I'm going to drink something, I like it to be bold and aggressive, and that's what Hop and Frog's beers are. So this, he brought 3 beers. I'm not sure if we had any of the 3. For sure we didn't have 2 of the 3 that he brought up. This is, it's called Out of Kilter, and it is a Scotch-style red ale aged in whiskey barrels. And according to Kevin, Fred doesn't like to say what the barrels are. It's a big secret.
Well,
so
like
we don't know. It'll be either whiskey or bourbon barrel.
It'll taste like bourbon, because they always do.
So let's check that out. This is 8.2%. Like I said, they tend to be big beers at Hop and Frog. Cheers. It is a hazy copper color. Definitely has the whiskey aroma to it.
That's a shot of whiskey.
It's some beers that were aged in the barrels are really, really aggressive. Some subtle. This is in between really smacking you in the face with a bottle of whiskey and not being there. It's noticeable.
It's a
but
little
it's not,
sweeter.
It's noticeable for Tracy because she's not a fan of whiskey or bourbon.
Well, Scotch, but not whiskey, not bourbon.
Whiskey, she doesn't like bourbon barrel aged stuff too much. The barrel aged beers.
Yeah,
not a big fan.
It just
I am a
reminds me
big
of
fan.
Jack Daniels.
I am a big fan of it. This beer here, it's got the typical oaky vanilla characters. It's definitely got the whiskey flavor itself. It's got a rich maltiness. This has been sitting here for a while. It's warmed up nicely, so you're
Not
really
to tell
getting
you, when I took that second sip, I didn't get the in-your-face whiskey. It tasted sweeter.
probably just the first sip.
Yeah.
This is really at the perfect temperature here. This is warmed up very nicely. It's been sitting out for a while, so we're getting a nice rich maltiness of the Scotch ale,
And that
getting
vanilla tonic
the
taste.
vanilla from the oak, getting the whiskey. A lot of complexity to this beer. It's definitely not a chug-a-lug beer by any means,
No,
but a wonderful, wonderful sipper, especially this time of year.
but it's got a
When it's
high
little bit colder.
alcohol.
Yeah,
taste.
8.2%. Did we say that?
Tastes, yeah, like a high alcohol taste.
Really nice nose to it too. It's fruity, malty, whiskey, oaky.
So
Lots
thanks,
going on
Kevin
there.
and Brenda.
Yeah, thanks Kevin and Brenda, and good job with brewing that, Fred. And I forgot, Kevin, I should have sent you home with a growler, so that Brenda could have had some of the beer too. So next time you come up, make sure you take a growler with you.
Or bring Brenda with you.
Bring Brenda with you,
I'd like to meet her.
because Tracy doesn't think she ever met Brenda before. So she
And if
wants
I
to see if
did
she's
meet you,
real.
Brenda, I'm sorry. I meet so many people.
I don't think you guys ever met.
I don't believe I
think you did.
have. I probably would have remembered.
So anyways, if you get anywhere, I think you can get this as far north as Toledo, which is really not that far from here,
No.
from where we're at.
Yeah, like at
So look
Anderson's
for,
or something, huh?
yeah, we like to go to Anderson's to shop for beer because we can get some stuff there that we can't get here. We have lots of good beer stores around here, but
I mean, we get
but,
stuff in
but
Ohio. We have
Anderson's
this,
is pretty close,
in Youngstown.
and it's a cool store in general.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're down that way, check out Hop and Frogs. They have some really nice, very flavorful beers. Definitely look for their stuff. So next week, we are really excited about next week. Last week, we were looking towards Sunday with trepidation, being St. Patrick's Day. Next week, we're looking for it very excitedly because it's Easter. And that means that 4th Street Brewery is closed.
And Doug
So-
and I have the whole day off
yeah,
together.
it's an extra day together. So we have wild plans. We're going to get up and drink a beer and do the show and then go to bed. And we're going to do the happy dance. We'll
Yes.
definitely do the happy dance.
And we're going to
'cause
cook. We never cook at
We're
home.
going to cook some food. How do you like that? How do you like that? It's going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah.
So that's just a
We have
heads
an
up.
Easter egg hunt planned.
That's just a heads up that 4th Street Brewery is closed next Sunday. But I digress. We're going to drink this beer. Today I do have to go to work, so got to chug-a-lug this delicious beer.
I have to work too.
And get off to work. Both of us have to get off to work. So you have a wonderful week, and hopefully we'll see you at 4th Street Brewery. Again, we lost the remote, so I might have to run over and turn off the camera. Cheers, everybody.